Okay, so sound check. Um, it's 8:38 on my clock. We're about 22 minutes away from the New York Open. So let's see if we can review the market and see what's up for us. Anong meron sa atin for this week. So I'm doing this for the very first time on well, not technically the very first time. I tried it before, pero I think this time will be better. So I have it on Facebook and on YouTube. So checking if we can, or I personally can have a better connection this time. So technically, this is my first time on Facebook. So let's see. Um, so let me share your monitor for here. So this is the midweek market review. We're starting off with what you call this USD, or sorry, the major currency pairs. Okay, just give me 1 second. So medyo may adjustment tayo dito. Okay. And I apologize. Medyo hindi pa tayo sanay sa settings niya, but yeah, let's see. Okay, so let's start off with AUD USD. Let me see what's going on here. So you can see that move from today. We're on the daily chart. If you're a trend follower, yes, it's good to have your EMAs there. If you see a trend, yes, of course, you might want to keep your EMAs there. But if you do not, then I suggest you remove the EMAs, right? So, but definitely, looking at this now, meron tayong multiple cycles here. If you have taken a course with me, you know what cyclicity is, you know what a cycle is. So for other guys, probably it is known to you in form of the Elliott wave, right? The concept is kind of the same, right? You have your cycles, your what you call this, the extension and the pullback, right? Ganun lang naman yan. So if you see that the extension is longer than the pullback, that becomes like your phase one for the people who know cyclicity, right? And the pullback becomes your phase two. So it's sort of like a wave that you're seeing, like the Elliott wave, as mentioned, right? So if you look at this one right here, let me see if I have my drawing tool. Yeah, okay. So let me just delete the horizontal lines. Okay, so let's stretch this so you guys can really see what I'm talking about. So if you notice from the peak right here, this is sort of like an extension, the pullback, the extension, the pullback, the extension, and the pullback. So far the recent pullback is still lower than the previous, the recent one, I mean. Yeah, so you're seeing this wave going in that direction, yeah, or the trend as they call it, right? So the trend is still on a downtrend, at least for this period of time. Let me see. So at least for this month, what we're seeing at the beginning of the month, medyo hindi, pero towards the end of January, right, still see that downtrend. Now it's we are on the second second day of February. So let's see if there's a continuation of the trend or a possible reversal. So that's what we are trying to figure out. So from here, I would say let's have a trend line to remind us of the downtrend that we detected, or I detected earlier, right? If you notice, following the downtrend, at least the concept of it, you want the extension, or sorry, the pullback to touch the trend line, right? So the pullback, the pullback, the pullback, and this one is kind of going out, right? Or breaking through the diagonal resistance. So is there a possibility of a breakout? I don't know yet. Let's go and review. So but this one is really showing a breakout of the trend. Okay, for the people who's a bit advanced, probably you know about Fibonacci. Yeah, so kung familiar kayo on Fibonacci, so you might have seen a measurement that looks like this, or the numbers that looks like this. So you have your 50, 61.8 fib, right? Definitely it's over the 72% fib towards 100 level. So parang may possibility siyang i-test yung recent high. So let's see if that goes up there. There's a very good chance that we might expect for this to go sideways. I don't know. But if this will break through, right, and the expectation will be different, what does it mean? It only means, for me at least, the downtrend is no longer valid, and this is likely to go and change direction later on, right? So let's see. Yeah, this is something that I would like to monitor for this week, right? If there will be a continuation of a downtrend or a reversal from that downtrend. So again, the levels were that I was monitoring earlier and tinitingnan ko was this 61.8 fib level towards the 72. Then that 72 level is now broken. Let's see if it can continue towards this level right here at 71.82. So for some, probably they want to go and jump in on a short time frame trade, probably like a quick in and out trade on the 15-minute chart, right? If I jump in on the 15-minute chart right here, there's still space to go up there, right, towards the 100 level or the 71.82. Kung kakayanin, then for some, again, sabi ko nga, some would like to go and jump in and catch this little move right here. If that happens from here to here, let's say somewhere at this level, no, testing that daily, what you call this, that daily support, obviously, right, somewhere at 71.43. If it will pull back to that level, that's a decent 30 to 40 pips right there for you. That is if you want to jump in on that on short term trade. Yeah. So again, for the people who just joined in, thank you so much. Yeah, doing this for the very first time on Facebook. So let me know if you have comments or anything about AUD USD. So we are on AUD USD now on the daily chart. Okay. A possible continuation of that downtrend, but given that it just recently break through, at least today actually, yeah, a breakout out of that 72 level fib, right? And for some, probably you're looking at this previous floor, right? Okay, broken and tested, being a resistance now. So again, for me, it's more of a wait and see if this will be a reversal, kumbaga, right? A continuation probably would be a much better thing to anticipate if the price goes back down, right? So that could happen tomorrow, probably before the week ends, or baka pwedeng mangyari pa to next week. So if you are checking to have something on your watch list, then AUD USD probably can be one, right, for a sell. Or if it can be a reversal of that downtrend, then you are looking to buy moving in this direction, yeah, towards this direction, I mean. So if you just want to add an additional analysis here, probably if you're buying the full extension, at least, right, for this move, if that happens, will be the next ceiling right here, at least the recent one from December to January, somewhere at 72.79, right, 72.79. Okay, so that's my take on AUD USD. Let's check on Euro US, where the price have moved a little higher there, right? Let's see. There you go. The price have moved a little. Let me remove this Fibonacci line right here for us, and let's figure out what's going on. Okay, so that move is now there. Yeah, we're on the daily chart just to have a fresh look on this one. Let me just delete these lines very quickly para meron tayong fresh look. Usually, I go and check the first or the last 3 months on what's happening in the market. Again, it's pretty reasonable to keep the EMAs if you're really trading with the trend. But if not, then you might want to remove the EMAs, diba? For me personally, there's a bit of a trend here, but not as clear as what is on AUD USD. So, hindi siya ganun. Hindi siya same yung ano or identical yung cycles niya dito or the waves. All right? So, I would treat it more as a downtrend still, right? But not looking at the last 3 months data, but on a much bigger picture right here. Kung titingnan nyo, it has been moving down, right? Last half of 2021. So, just to remind myself of that downtrend, yeah, I would like to draw a diagonal line right here. Just again, to remind everyone the concept of the waves and the cycles I mentioned earlier. So this will be like the bigger move. This is the extension, then the pullback that touches back to the trend line, the extension, the pullback to the trend line again, the extension, and back to the trend line again. So we're seeing the same thing happening now. Pero if you notice, we have a much smaller wave. Yeah, a much smaller wave this time. So is that a good sign of reversal? I don't know. Is this a sign of continuation? I don't know too, right? But one thing is for sure, okay, at least for the last few days, Euro USD is going in that direction. So let's see. Tingnan natin, no? Is there a tradable position that we can take now? I would say not yet. Okay, but for some of you probably who's looking at this, not possible to reach a certain ceiling, which is this one from December, right? That level is definitely gonna be tested, I mean. Pero meron kang double resistance here, your diagonal resistance, then you have your horizontal resistance there. So not much on Euro USD right now. I want to jump into GBP USD. Yeah. For me personally, if I don't see a reasonable setup to get myself into, then I just move on to the next currency pair. So let me see if we can find a reasonable position here. If you notice, I have my entry price right there for GBP USD, which already have moved actually. Yep. To give you the idea is this. Yes, I'm seeing this downtrend. Yep. Downtrend, extension, pullback, big extension, big pullback too. And recently, this one have pulled back early. I'm anticipating, for the people who's aware of this already, I'm anticipating of this pattern to happen. Yeah, or for this pattern to happen. The shoulder, the head, and the shoulder right here, an inverse head and shoulder pattern. Um, that's the reason why I'm buying somewhere here. So, well, that's a bit of a move here that I want to catch on to. Looking at the H4 chart, seeing the continuation there, at least papunta lang dito. So, tingnan natin kung mag-continue yan tonight or towards the next day. Depende. I wouldn't really know exactly when the price would move, but the confidence on getting in the trade is coming from the market analysis. So, midweek pa lang naman, Wednesday pa lang tayo. So, there's a very good chance for this price to continue. But understanding the 4-hourly chart, this could possibly go down later on before bouncing off again. Okay, so for you guys who will be watching this later on, probably, yeah, if you are jumping in on a GBP USD trade, I would suggest for you to wait for the pullback before getting in, then find a decent price action to trade with. Yeah. So ngayon, I wouldn't chase it, right? But for the people who are into like trading the 15-minute chart, that move already happened, bouncing off from this orange line. So again, still a pullback is for me personally, a pullback is advisable before jumping in on another one, 'di ba? So ganun lang naman so far on this one right here. So if I am getting in on GBP USD again, yeah, for an additional position, probably somewhere at the touch and this orange line, then buy again. Right? Again, why am I buying? Anticipating for this head and shoulder pattern. And at the same time, bakit early exit lang tayo dito later on? Yeah, full extension papunta doon, pero meron tayong early exit dito where the previous floor was broken and now possibly be tested. Yeah, so watch out for the 1.3602 line or horizontal line right there on GBP USD. Yep. Okay, let's see. That's it for NZD USD, or sorry, GBP USD. I want to jump in on NZD USD, which is actually moving down, but I'm anticipating for a bigger pullback. Okay, to show you what I'm talking about is this. Okay, so yeah, could be a buy for me personally. Looking at this downtrend right here, sabi ko nga kanina, for the guys who knows about cyclicity or at least the concept of the Elliott wave, yeah, an extension, then the pullback, an extension, then possibly a pullback right here, right? So from here, a move in that direction, yes. For the conservative ones, probably you'll be watching out for this horizontal line right here. The earliest will be 6701 as your ceiling. Baka dyan mag-umpisa, right? For the people who are, well, again, if you're watching this later today or tonight, and you want this to be part of your watch list, yep. So and you're used to using Fibonacci, so 50% fib level will be somewhere at this horizontal line too. So yep, so a safe anticipation to, or a safe level to anticipate for that reversal, definitely. Yeah, so a sell probably after that. So kung ang tingin mo meron kang hinahanap na short-term trade, then baka yung move na yun, yung maiksing move na yun, right? Am I getting in now? Let's see. 15-minute chart. Do we have it? On the 15-minute chart, very tight room to reach the 38 fib level. But definitely a good thing to consider. Let's check H1, no? I want to see H1. I want to see that pin bar, but we don't have that on H1, not yet. If again you're trading based on the waves or the cycles, that move already have started here. I don't want to chase that. Another pullback probably, then jump in ulit tayo for another one. Anticipate for the price to break the 38 fib level towards the 50 before another reversal. So yeah, for now, something on my watch list for the rest of the week. And yeah, we're 6 minutes away from the New York Open. Let's see if we can still go for a couple more dollar pairs here. Oh. Okay, USD CAD is on the next one. Oops, sorry. Let me remove everything here. So if you notice, I have loads of lines there. Let's start fresh. Yeah, USD CAD. Some might argue saying na hindi talaga siya uptrend. But if you go for a little one right here, this one is a little higher. So if you say this is like the extension, the pullback, the extension, the pullback, possibly, yes, we can still consider it. But for some who are used to like having the line chart, mas makikita nyo na mas mababa talaga tong area na to dito, right? Towards that level right there. So if you draw a horizontal line, yep, there you go. Then possibly, yeah. Now, of course, it can be an ascending triangle as well. So, kung aware kayo sa pattern na yon, then you are looking for this move towards that breakout right there. Can it possibly go down? Of course, possible. Anything is a possibility. Anything is possible, but you might want to check kung probable ba. Yung probability yung chine-check natin. So, in most cases, once you see an ascending triangle, most of the time it breaks through the horizontal line resistance, right? So I don't see any good position right now on USD CAD. I'll leave it at as is and move on to the next dollar pairs, which is USD CHF. On the daily chart right here, ano bang ginawa ko dito? Ba't maraming line? Okay, tanggalin natin yung iba. Okay. There's another white EMA there, but it's generally sideways for me, at least for the last 4 months. Yeah, so easier to look at this is to remove your EMAs. Again, if you're seeing a trend, it's best to keep the EMAs there, but if you do not, then you might want to remove the EMAs para mas easier ang analysis. So generally, as mentioned, I'm seeing a sideways moving market from here, though you are to consider this, sorry, yeah, this pink or purple depending on your screen resolution. Yeah, this softer resistance right here if a pullback is gonna happen papunta rito, right? Probably for some they're looking at a short-term uptrend towards the ceiling. Yes, that's also good, right? But me seeing that the price is coming from the ceiling, I would expect for the price to go down more than to go up right now. So weaker dollar if that's the case for USD CHF. Yeah. One way to check this is to check on dollar yen as well. Let's see. Do we expect for a weaker dollar? Checking on dollar yen. Well, seeing my lines right here, we are also looking at a possible head and shoulder pattern. So I would remove my EMAs there. Okay. Again, if you are not seeing the trend, you might want to remove the EMAs instead, diba? So let's see. Tingnan natin kung if this will go right here, we might expect for the dollar to be weak. So that being said, you might see AUD USD move up, Euro USD move in that direction, GBP USD to move in that direction, which is happening now again as we are buying on GBP USD. So tingnan natin what will happen to the dollar. This is a reasonable floor to check and watch out for, right? And we're just minutes away from seeing what the US session could give us tonight, right? So it's just Wednesday again. Thank you so much. This is the very first time I had it on Facebook. Let me know. Hey, Pope. Thanks for the greeting. Yeah, let me know if you want more of these sessions. I'd love to arrange my schedule. Doing this stuff. I told myself at least I want to do this 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Let me know in the comment section kung okay ba sa inyo yon, if you want me to continue doing this, or let me know if you want me to stop doing this too. Again, this is just a test, but I hope you guys have learned something from here. So given that we are jumping on a new year, right? Happy Chinese New Year to everyone as well. It's just the 2nd of February. It's just Wednesday of the trading week. It's midweek. Let's see if the market will give us reasonable positions to take.
It's time for bed.
Yeah, thanks, Alexa. It's time for bed. Alright. Okay, so yeah, definitely. I just recently moved out, if that's the right term. Yep, from the corporate world. So definitely, Pope, I will have more time to do stuff like this. So if you will let me know, I would love to continue doing this, since this is just the first time. I would really love to know if you guys want more of this. So my possible schedule will be Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Yep. All right. So happy trading, everyone. It's just midweek. Sabi ko nga, meron pang pwedeng mangyari sa market. I'm monitoring most of the major currency pairs. If you have a friend who likes to watch market analysis like this, you might want to share the video as well too. I don't know if I would be more active on YouTube as well, if someone can help me out. Yeah, on how to set up stuff there. Hindi ako masyadong maka-social media, but yeah, I think I'm starting to do it now. So if someone can help me out, that I would really appreciate it. All right, so that's it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Yeah. And I hope to see you on my next session, and for the people who'll be watching this on a later time, yeah, let me know of your comments as well. So as always, everyone, thank you for spending your time with me, and may the pips be with you, everyone. I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye.